have this little orb. Look at my little orb. We're flying. Is he allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. Oh my God. Okay, fine. Sure, whatever. What's Joe's problem? Why is Joe catching strays? This guy is a freak. You sound like a Sailor Moon villain. Hello, friends and gamers. We once again have the lights off. I think that's like 3 review videos in a row where I have had to turn the lights off for the vibe. However, today we are revisiting a demo dive game. I'm pretty sure the demo dive video that had this and it went up already. I think I fast tracked it. Or no, I think we played it during Hungry Ghost Festival, which was put on by Southeast Asia Games Aesthetic last year. And the game's out. So we're gonna play our first hour today that will eventually be shoehorned into the horror and horror adjacent series that I still don't have a name for, which is why it's gonna be shoehorned into that series because I don't have a name for it yet. So I gotta think of that. Today we're going to play our first hour in Away From Home, and if you can see here, there is a continue button. So it did kind of save my demo progress. There's an asterisk there, right? Because I hit continue at first because I was like, oh, let's see what happens. Like I hit continue before I started recording because also there's no settings to change the sound or anything right now. So hopefully the music isn't too loud, but I hit continue and then the game had a code error and shut itself down. So I think this is hypothetical. If you also played the Away From Home demo and have that demo progress and try to continue it over, I don't think it actually works, but it thinks you have progress in the game, but then it doesn't. It's not compatible, and so it breaks it a little bit. So we're gonna start from scratch, also because I did after that, I was like, oh no, if the game doesn't work, I'm screwed. So I did after that, I went back in, hit new game, and it did work properly. Because also load game doesn't work. It's just, I think it thinks I have saved progress, but I don't really because my saved progress is from the demo. I think it's glitching out a little bit there, possibly. Which is totally fine because we're gonna restart it anyways because it looks like when I hit new game, that did work. And it actually played cutscene that I don't remember. So I didn't remember that cutscene. So I think that's probably why it glitched out a little bit because the demo is not the same as the actual game. One thing that is already different from the original or the demo that's different in the official game is that it has better keyboard and mouse controls, it looks like. Because I was really scared going into this because I'm pretty sure it was a game that we demoed last year that I was like, this is good. I really like it. I want to play more of it, but I need to play it with controller when we do get to it because oh boy, it does not work on keyboard and mouse. But I have this little orb. Look at my little orb. There's better keyboard and mouse controls now, which is great because we're in Steam Next Fest times and I've been demoing a lot of videos this weekend. And I've been feeling it with the lack of keyboard and mouse support for certain games. So I'm happy to have keyboard and mouse working. But this is a little bit of a spooky game, a little bit JRPG, rhythm game inspired. I have played it before. We're kind of going in a little blind because I demoed it a while ago, so I don't fully remember everything, but I do remember being excited for it. So thank you so much to Squishy and Keymailer for providing me with my copy of Away From Home. We are going to play our first hour today, and this already got a play. In terms of a play or nay, if you're new here, play means it goes back on my schedule, and I have a year to finish it. There's consequences if I don't, blah, blah, blah. In terms of a demo dive, though, which is what this originally got, it goes on my wish list, and I do my darndest to get my hands on a copy when it releases and hope I don't forget. But then nay means I decide not to play it or I can't figure out another video to do for it. This is a JRPG, so we'll be totally fine. Like this is fine. There's more content to be had with this game, so there's not a problem there. It's getting a play. We already got a play. Unless in the first hour there is a story element that I really don't like, that would be the only thing that happens because with the demo dive, it only gets like 10 to 20 minutes. So here we are. Thank you, Squishy and Keymailer. And we're finally gonna get started with a new game. Hopefully the sound is good. I'll fix settings once we actually get in there. I'm probably gonna have to tweak things a little bit, but we are starting at 4:50. So at an hour and 5 minutes on my OBS recording time, that is when we will switch over to the end of the video. I said that weird, but that's how long it's gonna be because I don't wanna get the timer out. I've been using the timer so much for Steam Next Fest. We're just gonna use the OBS timer like we always do. Because fun fact, there's a little timer that shows how long you've been recording in OBS and that's how I use it. Oh, does WASD not work? I guess not. WASD doesn't work. That's fine. Keyboard and mouse controls are still a bit funky, but that's fine. I don't remember this part at all. This is like brand new, I think. What if I just go like, wee? We're floating. We're flying. I have no idea what is going on. I think I need to run into the orb. Hi, orb. There we go. We're with the orb. We are one with the orb. I think we figured it out because it was opposite from how I was moving, which is very stressful. So, did they always talk? So we have Abby. Abby and Michael are two main characters. And from here, it's going to start to get a little bit more familiar. I don't think the bubbles were there before, though. I like the bubbles. Abby wants Michael to wake up. I am going to read everything, even though there's like Animal Crossing speak. I think it's Animal Crossing speak. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's Animal Crossing speak or a language. Anyways, I'm going to be reading it, though. Abby says, you've been sleeping all day. Have we been sleeping all day? Because I think we play as Michael to start. Why is the dresser vibrating? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Is Michael in the dresser? Oh my god, I keep trying to use WASD. So I still don't have settings controls. Interesting. So we can go and interact with the... Okay, yeah, Michael was in the dresser this whole time. And now we have rhythm game combat. Michael screams and says, it is I, the fabled hero man. I'm having trouble with this pixel font, but I think it's just because my brain is like not on right today. I've done a lot of recording this weekend, and I had multiple deadlines I have not hit. So I'm just like, okay, well, now we're stressed. But I was like, you know what? The best way to like de-stress is JRPG. Awesome. Abby says, Michael, I don't have time for this. I feel like I remember from the demo that Abby was younger than Michael. Am I conflating this with a different game? I might be. This is what happens when you demo too many things, especially when you're like demoing too many JRPGs because you really like JRPGs. That's me. Hi. Abby says, we're too old to be pretending. Michael says, foolish youngling. He also does scream again. You're never too old to pretend. It's all about entering the right mindset. Let Hero Man teach you. Abby says, fine, if it will get you out of here sooner. I feel like I remember their ages being flipped last time. Am I going crazy? I might be. I might be thinking of something else. I hope I'm thinking of something else. I think I might be. Michael says, yes, okay, I'll be Hero Man and you'll be the mystery menace? Sure. What the hell? Sure. We are fighting in the arena of doom, and I'm gonna save the world. Abby, I think she's either talking to herself or whispering or something, but she says, if he says Hero Man one more time, I swear. So then Michael's dialogue tag changes to Hero Man, and he says, thou foul, ugly creature, I leave thee one chance. Take ye knee or throw faces, or thou faces justice. I need to change this pixel font. I can't read it. All right, so this is where I figure out how to do the gameplay again. So attack is left. It's so loud as well. This is the part where you hit me, says Hero Man. It's not working, interestingly enough. You were supposed to hit me. Let's try that again. Ahem. This is the part where you hit me. So it's when the lines, okay, there we go. It's when the yellow lines hit the center. Hero Man says you're not supposed to actually hit me. You're supposed to pretend. Let's try this again. These yellow notes are free notes. With them, you can perform any action you want, but I'll explain those later. Now use 1 to attack me again. Make sure to press right when the notes touch the center. And not so hard, please. So this is what I was doing before. Boom. We only have the punch so far. Thou chooseth violence. I do, apparently. Now it is ye turn. Prepareth to feeleth the wrath of the greatest hero. I'm having trouble reading this. Okay, so then we go dodge. Red is dodge, and that's down. Or block. I'm gonna say dodge just because, so I can remember it's down. Because I remember I had so much trouble with the rhythm game portion of this game last time. Hero Man says, stronger than you look. Let's see how you handle my flurry of attacks. It is kind of funny how I keep switching between like ye olde English and whatever normal English is. All right. And then 1, boom, boom, hit. I don't know what the yellow center means. I'm just gonna hope that that's good. Hero Man says, worthy foe, but you are looking quite sloppy there, you villainous cur. Is he allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? I bet you wish you could quench your thirst with a mighty elixir. Okay, so now we're back to Michael. Yellow notes let you do more than just attack. Press the item button on a yellow note to use your next item. Right now you have a water bottle equipped, which will recover your health. When you use an item, it then cycles to use the next one. Some are reusable, but most are consumed when you use them. So right is item. That's gonna be, oh, that's a free note. So I was supposed to use that there, and now it's gonna recycle me through the tutorial. Foolish foe cannot even fathom a bottle of water. I actually don't think I need the bottle of water, quite frankly. I'm just chilling. Yeah, because the yellow is a free note, so I can do anything there. And it wants me to use the water bottle there this time. Hero Man says, nice! I'll give you an extra bottle for free since you are doing so great. Now that you're charged up, it's time you combo the hero with your special attack. Hit 5 notes in a row to start building up SP. Then you'll get 1 for every note you hit. Missing notes will break your combo and lower your SP by 3. That's kind of harsh, don't we think? Fill your SP bar with 7 SP and it will turn green. Then hit special on a free note to use your special attack. So special is up and it can be on, it's only can go on yellow. A free note is one of those yellow ones where you can punch me. Okay, well, so we do that and then boom, 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 boom. I lost it. That sucks. All right, we gotta go again. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. What do you mean? 1, 2. Why is it? I hate this game. Bum, 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 bum. And then I can hit that. Bum, bum, bum. Did it even do anything? Down, 1, down, left, left, down, down. Come on. I did it. You have to hit enough notes in a row to start building SP. I did. What do you mean, you freak? Once you get enough SP from hitting notes, your SP bar will turn green. Then hit arrow up on a free note to use your special attack. I did. A free note is one of those yellow ones where, yeah, I know. I did that. I guess it has to be like the yellow has to be the full, that full bar, but it said 7. I had 7 SP. I guess it was a streak. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not going to question it. I think it's just, it's a case of a bad tutorial, but the game itself is fine. The tutorial is just bad. And it happens. Michael says, dang it, Abby, not again. I told you already, you're supposed to fake hit me. Abby says, you know what? I think I'm starting to have fun. And then we have this weird version of the rhythm game. All right. And then I think it gets faster later on, and I'm already scared for that. But it's fine. Do my blocks. And then we do hits again. I'm doing a lot better than last time. Maybe it's because this one I think you just have to keep hitting. I had 1 miss, which is totally fine. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. I goofed it. I'm super goofing. This is actually fun though now. Okay, we did it. We did it. Michael says, damn it, Abby. Game's off. Screw you and screw this hero stuff. I'm done. It was fun. It was very loud, but it was fun. Hopefully it wasn't too loud, but I didn't talk too much through it because I was just like locked in. I do remember the rhythm game getting really fast at parts though, and it was like, what the? I think I finally started to get the rhythm though, because there was like a double note situation. Anyways, Abby says, you've chosen weakness. Or chosen weakness. Now it's my turn. Prepare to feel the wrath of your greatest foe. XXX Death Murderer 3000 XXX. I love that. Oh, I gotta get back to rhythm gaming, don't I? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Sure, whatever. What's with the heavy breathing? I'm sorry, that was funny. I shouldn't be laughing. Michael just got everything rocked. The little dance. Oh my god, this is so cursed. I love it. Continue. How many times do I have to hit continue? Like a lot, I think. There we go. He's on the ground. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. Michael says, you always do this. I'm telling Dad. I feel like I'm mixing this up with a different game because I feel like I remember he goes to tell Mom. I have no idea. Anyways, Abby says, wait, Michael, if you tell Dad, I'm telling him you swore. Did he? I don't remember him swearing. Damn. I don't remember Michael swearing. Did he? He probably did. Oh, this is cute now. Frinkle. Frinkle says after the long war, he met a woman who was out of this world and lived happily ever after. The end. I like how they look angry. So this must be their dad, I think. I remember it being the dad. Abby says, come on, Pops, that story's boring. And Michael says, hey, I like the story, even though he has told it 10 times. Quit having an attitude, Abby. Abby says, I don't have an attitude. And Michael says, yes, you do. So Frinkle says, knock it off. Family reading time is meant to bring us together. Now, both of you make up. That's kind of funny. Instead of like the get along shirt, they have to sit down and listen to Frinkle read the same story over and over again. You know, that would get me though. Eventually the story would get boring. And it sounds like it's gotten boring to Michael and Abby. So eventually they'd get to a point where they would stop fighting for the sole reason that it would get Frinkle to stop telling the same goddamn story. But here we are. Anyways, Michael says, sorry, Abby. And this is where our choices start mattering. I'm gonna also apologize, even though it would be funnier to say you should be. But we're also sorry. Frinkle says, aw, both of you are so mature. Before you go, do you remember our rule? Yeah, I'm gonna say, Michael says, always make our beds before leaving? Frinkle says, no, it's don't go away from home. Oh, they said the title of the game. They said the thing. Although making your bed is a good idea as well. So are they just like trapped in this house like it's a cult or something? Don't go away from... Have they never been outside? Question. Because I feel like Abby was looking for Michael to like go to school or something. I guess maybe they're homeschooled? I'm curious now. Because I think with demo dives, usually we skip story, especially because I don't remember this part of the story, and I think I like skipped all the way through it because I wanted to just see if there was any more gameplay after the rhythm game portion, so I'm curious now. Frinkle says, if I hear about you two fighting again, somebody is getting grounded. That would suck to get grounded in a house that you're already kind of grounded to. Now I have to get back to work. I love you too, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's mildly concerning given the circumstances I feel like we might have found ourselves in. Michael says, I'm going outside. So I guess they can go outside and touch grass a little bit. Oh my god, I keep trying to move with WASD. Let's go outside as well. Yeah, I don't remember this part of the house, so we are in totally new territory, which makes sense for a demo dive because I've been recording for 20 minutes, so we're outside. I think we probably ended outside. Abby says, hey, Michael, come on, we're gonna see our friends. Okay, we have friends. Okay. Michael says, you're a friend. And Abby says, geez, Michael, and you said I had the attitude. Cheer up. I'll get you some bubble tea or something when Joe takes us there. Michael says, if you say so. What happened to not going away from home? Maybe it's like metaphorical, like don't leave the country sort of thing. Michael says, please don't bully Joe into taking us again. Abby says, what do you mean by bully? I'm just going to ask nicely, same as always. Michael says, does nicely include your fists? Abby says, are you seriously defending that weirdo? What's Joe's problem? Why is Joe catching strays? If you're gonna make this difficult, you could just stay home. Michael says, I know he can be a little much, but just try reasoning with him, please. Abby says, fine, but if he says one disgusting thing, I'm gonna kick his... And Michael interrupts saying, he will not. I don't know, I'm starting to picture this Joe guy, and I think I might be siding with Abby. Just saying. Michael says, I will come with you to make sure everything goes smoothly. Michael now joins the party. Okay. Abby tisks. It's hard to say. Thankfully, I'm not wearing my braces right now. I don't think I could say that if I was wearing my braces. I'm not wearing them though because I'm on the last few weeks of the braces trays and they are killing my mouth. So I took them out to record this video. Fun fact. I don't think I could say that if I had them in. All right, let's go find Joe, the creep. Can I pick that up? No, it's a rock. This is new territory, friends. Is that? I gotta find out what this is. JRPG rules. We're playing a JRPG. We gotta interact with everything. This is hard. I don't know if I did my special. I'm struggling. Okay, I got that special, I think. I'm struggling. This is hard. Ah, you missed it. I totally messed up the, which one does what. There we go. I totally messed up which one did what thing, and so I just started, like, freaking out. That was so there's little things around, but JRPG rules means interact with everything. I don't know if we're gonna fully interact with everything, but I don't like that. We gotta interact with it, unfortunately. Okay, it's just a regular schmegular, scarecrow. That's fine. I don't need to interact with another, mushroom. Oh, there's a little canopy. That's cute. Hey, where's Joe? Please just stay there, Mushroom Man. Thank you. There's like stuff hiding in the woods too. I'm already concerned. I'm gonna try to get around this mushroom. Hey, it worked. I mean, there's a little house here. Do we think this is Joe's house? If he is a creep, I mean, it is kind of spooky-ooky. That's definitely Joe, isn't it? Yep. How, they say. Maybe if I carry the 4, multiply it by 6? Also, he keeps making this little noise. It's like zim zim, and I've been for the last like 30 seconds been like, what does that remind me of? Red Velvet Zimzalabim. No context. You can Google that one. Joe says, how can I get the ladies? You stay away from those girls. Oh my God, not the poster. This guy is a freak. What's his problem? He says, ever hear of knocking, you imbeciles? Don't be like Joe, guys. Don't be like Joe. Do you have any idea what kind of things I could have been doing? I actually do have an idea. That's what scares me. You have exactly 10 seconds to leave before I send you to the dark side of the moon. You sound like a Sailor Moon villain. Abby says, hey, take it easy, big guy. We don't want any trouble. We just need you to send us to Labyrinth City. Now it sounds like Pokemon. Joe says, you say that literally every time you come here. Well, probably because we can't leave otherwise, I'm assuming. All you ever need me for is travel. I'm just the fast travel guy. Whenever I teleport you two, I get a bowel movement. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, you are a freak. Let's keep it frank. I'm sick of it. It is fun that I can give him a Weasley little voice, though. It is fun. Abby says, all right, Joe, I tried to go easy on ya. Looks like I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Michael says, don't be a bully, Abby. I mean, I've said this before. If it's a video game, bullying and being mean to people, making fun of people is bad. Violence is never the answer, right? But if it's a freak in a video game, concessions can be made. They're not real. It's fine. Michael says, if he doesn't want to take us, just leave him alone. Well, Abby's probably going stir crazy in this little dream realm we've been stuck in for God knows how long. Abby says, zip it. I got this. I love how expressive she is as well, especially for like a pixel art RPG. I love how expressive she is. I hit my microphone. It's fine. Joe says, leave me be, you festering wench. Yeah, we can kick his ass now. We're allowed to kick his ass. The poster on the wall should have been enough of a reason to kick his ass, quite frankly. Joe says, wait a minute, wench. Can you stop calling her that? I have a solution. You see, I have this friend who doesn't believe I'm a chick magnet. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're officially allowed to kick this man's ass. Which is ridiculous. I don't think it's ridiculous. I think you're a freak. By complete coincidence, I am in need of a girlfriend today. That's gross. Gotta prove him wrong, you see. If you agree to be my girlfriend for the day, I'll take you to Labyrinth City. See, I love a fake dating trope as much as the next guy, but the one party of the fake dating trope can't be a literal creeper. Like, that is a rule, I think, for the fake dating trope to work, and this man is weird. Abby is shaking, and that's valid. I would be too, quite frankly. Michael says, see, Abby, this is the perfect resolution. Okay, yeah, no, I don't like Michael either. Michael is giving, like, the type of guy who's, like, always on the boys' side, gotta side with the boys. No, Michael, your boy is a freak. Like, there's nothing wrong with being there for your brothers, being there for the boys. Oh, Abby's kicking his ass. But I mean, if your boy's a freak, you gotta reevaluate who your boy is. All right. Luckily, this one's a little bit slower. Unfortunately, if I try to hit a special, it's gonna ruin my rhythm. So we're not gonna do that. I missed it! Also, the idea of making this slow and painful as possible kind of rocks a little bit. I goofed. I got a special in there. You have so much health, and for what? I goofed, it's fine. It's fine, we're doing fine. I hit on the wrong one, that's fine. Oh my god, I keep goofing. It's fine. See, if I goof it too... Oh my god, we're gonna die. Okay, no more specials. There we go, we won. Oh my god. If I switch it up too much, I just lose it. Oh my god. We survived! survived! We survived the creep! I think I accidentally skipped something there when we leveled up. 2 water bottles and a cherry bomb. I love that song. NCT's Cherry Bomb. Again, no context, Google it, look it up. Michael says, wasn't that a bit far? I don't know, he almost took us out too. And honestly, I think it was valid. Violence is never the answer, but sometimes it's the question and the answer is yes. And if this man is a video game fictional freak, I think it's valid. He's not real, it's fine. Abby says, yeah, that might have been a little overkill. Joe says, just a little overkill? Abby says, apparently not enough. And then smacks him again, I love that. Joe screams. And Abby says, all right, weirdo, you're taking us to the city now. Valid. Joe says, fine, but you must tuck me in upon arrival. That's weird, Joe. You're getting weird again. Is that a rock? Where did Abby get a rock? Michael says, wait, Abby, it's because of his stomach problems. No, that doesn't make sense. No, you don't need to be tucked into bed because you have stomach problems. We all have stomach problems. It's 2026. You know what? I could go on a whole rant about food safety. I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, it's 2026. We all have stomach problems. Get over it. Anyways, Michael says, right, Joe? He's still siding. I don't like Michael. Don't be like Joe. Don't be like Michael. Joe doesn't say anything because it's not. I think Abby should be allowed to throw the rock. Let Abby throw the rock at Joe. Joe says, yeah, my tummy pain. I'll be hurting for hours. I hate that. Never say that again. Teleporting multiple people always messes with my stomach really bad. What is this guy's deal? What does he do to teleport? I'll need to be tucked into bed to cope. You don't even have a bed in here. I'm not gonna say what this room looks like. The vibe it's giving. I'm not saying it because I'll get demonetized. Abby says, ugh. All right. Joe says, yippee. I think Abby should be allowed to throw the rock. He just gets up. Obviously, we didn't kick his ass hard enough. Joe says, okie dokie. Whenever you're ready, let's get out of here. Thank God. I'd suggest doing whatever you need beforehand, because we're not returning until I feel better. Oh dear God. I don't think we really need to do anything. Yeah, HP is reset, so I am gonna pop a save though in case we need to save scum. Create new save, yes. Pop a quick little save here. All right, I think we're good. I did want to mess with settings a little bit though, and we can finally do that. Don't mind me, I'm just messing. I do like that there's a separate setting for battle music because it's quite loud right now. Battle sound effects can be totally defined. Keyboard, here's what I wanted. Move general. I do want to change it to WASD. That is what something I've been wanting to do this whole time. Thank God. So now the movement can be done either way, which is good. I think we're good. Yeah, okay, we're good. Fly changes. So now I can use WASD. But I am getting a phone call right now, which is very bad timing. Yes. Oh my God, I can move with WASD. Perfect. That's great. All right, let's go teleport. Creepy creeper guy. So, Joe says, are you finished here or what? Yeah, we're good. Finally, away we go. I hate this guy. At least we're out of his creepy house. So this is where he teleports to? And it's only us here, which is even more concerning. Abby says, that always feels so weird. Are we like stuck in here? Oh no, there's Michael. Okay, it's one at a time. Abby says, took your time. And Michael says, come on, Abby. I was right behind you. Where's Joe? Michael says, I guess all that stuff back there taught me something. What, is it that your brother's a creep? I don't mean like brother, but like brother, like familial, not familial, friendship brother. Like, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, your guy's a creep. Abby says, yep, if someone doesn't do what you want, just beat him up. That's not how it works, Abby, but like it was valid this one time. Michael says, no, if someone doesn't do what you want, try to reason with them. Yeah, you would say that, Michael. Abby says, if I didn't beat him up, we wouldn't be here. And Michael says, not true. He only took us because you agreed to tuck him in. Watch, he'll even tell you. He's not gonna show up, and then we're gonna be stuck here and not have any way to get back, and that's gonna be, and now we're away from home, and like our dad said, don't go away from home, and now we are. Abby says, I don't even know what that means. He's not gonna show up. And where even is he? Oh, nope, there he is, unfortunately. Ha! Deserved. Is his nose bleeding? What is that? Is this Duncan Rampa? Abby says, ew! We just, Michael says, are you all right, Joe? Joe makes noises on the ground repeatedly. I mean, kind of got what he deserved. Abby says, let's just get out of here. Michael says, wait, you need to tuck him into the bed still. No, we don't. Let's just leave, Michael. You need to learn the beauty of let's just leave. I'm not tucking him in. My game, I make the rules. Abby says, I don't want to tuck in that. Michael says, yeah, he is kind of gross. I think he's fine. He's not moving. It's fine. Give him Let him get up. Let him get up. Oh, Joe says you'll pay for this. All right, Team Rocket Ass. Let's get out of here. That sure is weird. Are those outhouses? Yeah. Free gold. I'm not messing with that. I feel like this is I'm not sure where to walk. Over here, maybe, or is this water? Oh, no, we're good. There's a homeless person. There's a DDR on the street. Might want to go down and mess with that. That looks kind of fun. I thought this was a spooky horror game, though, and we haven't really gotten to the horror game part yet. I think I was conflating it with something else, though, for a while that is, like, spooky. So I think it might just be I confused it with a different game that I demoed last year. I think we do have to go this way. I'm, like, trying to stay on the sidewalks because I, like, feel like a car is gonna just, like, come and jump us. That slide is a little terrifying. Strike? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, brother. What's our goal here? I don't know if we have one. Maybe we just need to start using JRPG rules and interact with everything. So I'm gonna go back up this way because there was a guy at that orange building and we're gonna start there. This guy, he looks angry. John Smith says they won't let me in there. Oh, well, they let us in. What, is this like apartment buildings or a mall? Oh, it's like a beehive. Oh my gosh. Bee Lady says, hello and welcome to the Hive Hotel. Hey, we have a strict no boys allowed policy. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but he must wait outside. Michael says, that's ridiculous. How could you run a business this cold-hearted? I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. Don't argue. Come on, Michael, don't argue. Michael says, whatever. I'll be outside. Abby, please don't keep me waiting long. Go talk with John Smith. Have fun. Bee Lady says, well, now that he's gone, welcome to the Hive Hotel. My name is Beatrice, and I'm here to serve your needs. How may I accommodate you? So what is this place? First of all, she says the Hive Hotel is a cheap alternative to normal housing. Most people who stay at inns are there to sleep. That is why we have created a cheap way to house consumers. How may I accommodate you? Okay, so she's gonna keep asking that. Why no boys? Question mark? She says, our glorious queen warned us of the threat men pose to our colony. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not elaborating. They'll take our resources, deceive us with words of treason, and come for our radiant queen. If I were you, I'd part ways with that boy you brought in here. So I have to ask all the questions first. So about yourself then. You shouldn't be asking about me, she says. You should be asking about our glorious queen. She's a radiant woman whose beauty knows no bounds. The one who made this all possible. Serving her gives me purpose. This is definitely a cult. I made a joke about the house being a cult earlier. No, this is definitely the cult. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I asked all my questions. We can probably go exploring though. No, that's blocked. I don't think we can go exploring. I think this is it. Okay, well, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird. I see where they're coming from, but it was weird. We're at that point of the JRPG where they kind of give you free reign and I don't really know what to do, but if we interact with enough things, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. That's why JRPG rules exist. Like this guy over here. Hey, buddy. Harold, but with an I. He burps, first of all. Great start to the conversation. Spare some change, he asks. I don't think I have any money on me, so I'm good. He says greed corrupts the heart. I actually don't think we have any money on us. We're trying to look for... Oh, we've got somewhere. Oh, okay. Abby says, hey, let's go visit the gang at the barbershop. All right, we figured something out. We got somewhere. So if you interact with enough things, it works. Abby says, please don't embarrass me in front of them. Michael says, I won't. Begrudgingly. Did we just leave him outside? I mean, that's one way to not embarrass us. So there's Lou in the corner. Says, look who's here. Look at these two. Oh, there's three of them. Tony. Tony says, where do I look? Vinny and Tony. Stop. Is this like too stereotypical? Vinny says, behind you, knucklehead. Tony says, oh. Vinny says, okay, that's mean. That's a little mean. I'm not gonna read it. That's mean. Michael says, looking slick today, aren't we? That was not the right thing to say. Vinny says, what brings you in, pal? We can ask who they are. I think we're just gonna say, let's do something fun. Lou says, what do you guys think we should do? Vinny says, something mischievous. And Tony says, eat. Eating is always a good thing. Lou says, I have an idea for both. Meet us at Bun Buns. I don't know what Bun Buns is. We'll find out, I guess. Your wimpy little brother can help us. Oh my gosh. I would say poor Michael, but I did not like his weird friendship with Joe there. So Michael says, they always get you into trouble. I don't want anything to do with them. Abby says, if they liked you, you would. And Michael says, not true. They're mean and rude. Michael, I'm not gonna, Michael, we need to, come here, sweetie. We need to have a talk. Abby says, suit yourself. Oh, the place is called Slick. It was a pun when he said looking slick. Yeah, that is kind of embarrassing. What's this here? Set decoration. Okay. These are working stairs. It's a little cafe. How cute. Okay, so that was the gate for Labyrinth City. So that makes sense that we would meet with the guys. It is blocked. Oh, so cars can't get in here. Okay, so I don't have to worry about getting run over. I'm not really sure where to go, but there is an arrow pointing that way. So maybe that's the right way. No, because then that's the hotel. So let's go down this way. Maybe it's one street down. Like I would think this is the right way. Oh, that's for the bus. And everyone's on strike. Where do we go? Oh, what is this here? Downward salary? Nope, that's a mushroom. That's a killer mushroom. Also, I feel like we're like heavily dropping frames in game, but not like out of game. And it's kind of giving me a little bit of a headache. I'm not sure where to go. They said to go to Bun Bun, but I don't really know where Bun Buns is or what to look for Bun Buns, you know? Could you help me, ma'am? Dorothy? Aw, adventuring as a brother and sister duo. How sweet. So glad we live in such a safe town. When I was growing up, it wasn't safe enough to wander alone. Thank goodness we came here. Her and the snake. Okay. Is this Bun Buns? You think we can get around that mushroom? Yeah. Curved Cove. I don't know where Bun Buns is. We don't really have a map. Oh, this is a house. Okay. So these must be houses here. So this isn't where we need to go. Where's Bun Buns? Maybe it was the place next door. You know, maybe I just like totally goofed it. Let's try this place. The fade to black was like slow enough. I don't think this is Bun Buns. Because also the gang wasn't there. Bun Buns. There's a sign. Oh, we figured it out. Okay, cool. Vinny says, hey, glad to see ya. Tony says, see who? Poor Tony. Oh, hey guys. He turned around. Didn't see you there. Lou says, I devised a plan and it skipped ahead a little bit too quickly. I might have fat fingered my keyboard. It's fine. Tony says, Lou was smart again. She came up with this awesome plan to get us hotel honey. Like in the hotel? Elaborate. Michael says, what? Lou says, I wanted to reveal it. Abby says, how? That stuff is so expensive. Lou says, easy. We have your brother take it. Okay, they're making Michael do the dirty work because nobody likes him. I see what's happening. Michael says no immediately. And Lou says, you have to. You're all banned from here. Tony says, you are the chosen one. Vinny says, look, Matthew? They don't even know his name. Poor guy. Vinny says, Michael, we need ya. If you pull this off, you'll be one of us. I think they're lying, but okay. This is a little mean. I will say that. They're being a little mean to Michael, but also I'm still mad at Michael for his weird friendship with Joe. So I'm going to be mad at least for the rest of this video. Maybe next time I'll be over it, but for this one, I'm going to be mad. Michael says, really? And Vinny says, yeah, right, fellas? Lou says, yep. Tony says, uh-huh. You're still a loser. Let's just say, yeah, you'll be cool. Totally be cool. Michael says, wow. And worst case scenario, if we get in trouble, we just teleport out, which might be a problem because we did kind of make enemies with Joe when he threw up on the floor. So, could be a problem. So Vinny says, will you do it, pal? Michael enthusiastically says yes this time. And Vinny says, great. Get going. Okay, so we don't actually have to play as Michael for this. He's just gonna go in there. Hurry up, Vinny says. He's gonna come out like 2 seconds later and we're gonna have to book it, aren't we? Or do like combat. Vinny laughs and says, what a chump. Stop being mean. We're the only one who's allowed to be mean to Michael. He's our brother. Nobody else is allowed to be mean to him. That's just how siblings work. Vinny says, oh, boo-hoo. Lou is actually on our side and says, cut it out, Vinny. Vinny says, ooh, now all of a sudden we are somehow too mean. I mean, it's not all of a sudden, you were from the start, actually. I don't know how you became friends with, actually I could see how they became friends with Abby because Abby just wanted friends because she's stuck in that house, that godforsaken house, and her only other options of friends are Joe, which is not an option, and then her brother, which is somebody who's close in age to their sibling. You need more than that. Like, yeah, you could hang out with your sibling, but like, come on. I see how it would happen. Abby was desperate for friends. But Lou's pretty nice. She says, now you're starting to piss me off. Now I'm just thinking of that meme with the fitness influencer on the Soul Cycle bike or something. I love that meme, that video. I love it so much. I need you guys to know this. It's one of my favorite memes so far from this year. It's that video clip, and then it's not from this year, but there's another clip that floats around every time around the Olympics especially, but like is of this sports podcast guy who knows nothing about figure skating going off on how ice dance is a fake sport. It's one of my favorite clips. Because there's a lot of points he makes that I have to agree with. This is coming from somebody who has done ice dance in the past. It wasn't my main pick of stuff, but like I'm looking to get back into. This is coming from somebody who's like involved in ice dance. All right, it's so funny. Okay, what are we talking about? Lou says you're starting to piss me off. Vinny says then do something about it. Tony, the voice of reason, somehow says stop fighting because Michael's gonna get kicked out of there soon. Abby says that's it. I'm checking on my brother. Jerk. All right, so now we got to go into the house or the restaurant or the hotel. She screams. Michael is on. Everybody run! He says. I'm literally just amusing my. Okay, I don't think I even had to move anything there. So did we get the honey? Because no one's holding the honey. Oh, Abby says, Michael, where's the honey? He says, Abby says, Michael, did he eat it? Or did he like drop it somewhere? Lou says, were we followed? Vinny says, nah, we lost that old rabbit way back there. I had Tony trip him when we booked it. Tony says, well, time to eat then, right? I don't know. We don't have the honey. And this is gonna get awkward. Vinny says, we did it, fellas. Tony says, where'd the honey go? Ha ha ha. Yeah. Michael says, I dropped it. Why didn't why didn't Vinny take it or something? Or Tony? Michael's the youngest and arguably the weakest of everyone. Why didn't we have somebody stronger hold the honey? Just a thought. Vinny says, what? Why didn't you hold the honey, Vinny? Mr. Big Guy, why didn't you hold it? He says, are you kidding me? Lou says, calm down, Vinny. And Vinny says, don't tell me to cool it. She didn't tell you to cool it. She told you to calm down. There's a difference. Vinny says, this chump can't do anything right. And that's mean, Vinny. Even though Michael, two wrongs don't make a right, okay? I don't like Michael, but you're taking it too far, Vinny. Speaking of Michael, he says, I'm sorry. And Vinny says, that ain't gonna cut it. Every time you bring him, is that an E? I can't tell. Bring him here. He mucks it all up. Okay. Abby, teach him a lesson or I'll do it. I mean, we could do fake fighting like we did earlier, but then he did get beat up. Anyways, Abby says, because I wouldn't know what to do either. I mean, you know, let's punch Vinny. We don't need them as friends anyways. Oh, combat time. That's unlike you, Vinny says. Looks like I gotta give you both a lesson. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock into this one. That was fast. We're gonna die here. It's too fast. It's way too fast. Let's see how you do without dry. Oh my god! I'm just gonna keep hitting down. Worst case scenario, we won't get any hits. I'm kind of looking at the sides. Okay, I think that's that. Okay, I gotta heal in. Ah! I'm missing. I think I'm gonna wait for it to hit like an all yellow section and that's when we'll do our hits. Oh my god. I'm just trying to survive this one. Because there's no option to do like a difficulty selection on the rhythm game portion. It's just like anything goes. Oh my god, this sucks. I'm just like auto-clicking on the dodge because I cannot take a hit right now. This is a really... we should have punched Michael. We should have punched our brother and just left. I think it's giving it to me now. Okay, we're so close. All right, another barrage. Just keep it. We're technically winning, but like any one hit could take us out. And same thing with Vinny. I just need another stretch of yellows that we can actually like utilize, you know? Okay, I think we did it. I think we did it. I think it gave it to me. It gave it to me. Okay, cool. Oh my God. Terrifying. Terrifying. Vinny's got hands. Also, we hit our time. That just went on for so long. Oh my God, that was scary. Were you guys scared? I was scared. Oh, this whole time. Hold on. We have like multiple points we can be allocating here. I'm just gonna do even point values. So like whenever we have something, we're just gonna make everything like even though the health bars go up faster, we're just gonna make it all even. Didn't know that was an option whole time. And I was playing on hard mode essentially without upgrading anything. I didn't know there was like a skill tree situation here. So when he laughs and says, all right, you win. I had my fill. Come on, fellas. We got better things to do. So are we still friends? Oh, don't punch a girl. Don't punch anyone for that. She's a kid. That's a kid. You just punched a kid. How do you feel about yourself, Vinny? He says, now we're square. Lou says, knock it off, Vinny. Lou, I think you should kick his ass now. Just like double time. Everyone should be able to kick Vinny's ass. He says, whatever. Are we okay? Is Abby okay? She says, you were right, Michael. Michael says, about what? Abby says, they are mean and rude. That's why I was like, fight Vinny. We're probably not gonna be friends with him for much longer. Michael says, thanks, Abby. Abby says, no problem, bro. You know, I promised you some bubble tea earlier, didn't I? Oh, that's cute and wholesome and not at all a horror game. Well, I think we should go find that bubble tea. I don't know where the bubble tea is though. So we have hit our first hour, but I feel like, you know, like when in a JRPG, that moment when the shoe drops, I feel like we haven't hit that moment yet, but we did do our first hour. So we are going to pop a save and be done for today, I think. I will say the controls on keyboard and mouse have definitely gotten a lot better as well, which is great. Like I mentioned that earlier on, but I do think the controls just in general have gotten so much better. It's actually awesome for me who doesn't like to pull out my controller all the time. Hopefully this takes us to the main menu. It did take us to the main menu. Awesome. All right. So that is it for our first official hour in Away From Home. The load game option, it doesn't look like it works, but I am curious. I do want to see if it'll let me continue my game and if it glitches out. I'm curious if that will happen now that okay, it doesn't glitch out when you have a save file. So that's awesome. Like a proper save file and not like a demo save file. So I do think it overrided my demo save, which is totally fine because I wasn't planning on using the demo save bestie. I do really quickly want to check Steam though, because I could have sworn this was a horror game, but I'm not. A rhythm-based RPG experience providing detailed pixel art and expressive animation. Experience a fun world with lots of colorful characters. Come and disrupt their peace. This is a prequel to a larger story. I'm curious about that larger story. That's the description directly from Steam. So it's not labeled as a horror game. The user-defined tags are RPG, indie, story-rich, rhythm, strategy, PvE, and 2D. So genre-wise, it's listed as action, adventure, casual, indie, RPG, and strategy. So it's not a horror game. So I must have been conflating it with something else. I forget what I thought it was. So I guess that means I didn't have to have the light off this whole time. Could have kept the light on for this one. So it's not going into the horror game series that I have yet to come up with a name for, which is good because I still don't have a name for it. So I don't have to figure that out yet. Anyways, that's it for our first hour in Away From Home. Thank you once again to Squishy and Key Miller for providing me with my copy of Away From Home. Happy to get into it and realize it's actually not a horror game. I thought we were going to get spooked tonight, and it is 9:04, so it's actually probably a good thing that we didn't. Good thing we didn't. I actually have a horror game I have to play later this week, so thank God we didn't have to, because we've played a lot of spooky adjacent things this week, and I do have one that is actually a horror game later on, so like thank God. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Don't go away from home. You know I had to hit it. And I will see you all in my next video. Also, don't be like Joe. Don't go away from home, in the words of Farkle? What was his name? I don't remember. And don't be like Joe. But bye, guys!